Safety Sallies are gonna hate this one. Let's see if we can double tap it. A Ruger 1022. If you don't own one, you know someone else that owns one. That's what makes these things such a ridiculously popular platform, is just because they are all over the place. This one right here is one of the latest ones that I put together, and it has proven to be a ton of fun. I'm going to detail what I've put this thing together with, because literally the only part that is factory is the Ruger mag. There is nothing else that is in this thing that is Ruger. So yesterday we went to the range and I intended to film a video, but quite frankly we just had too much fun enjoying this little gun, so let me just throw you in a shooting compilation. Let's see if we can double tap it. I dig it.
Oh wow.
Hit.
I can feel that kick, but it's also so quiet that you're like, wait a minute, did I hit it or not?
Yep.
The middle. We use the forward. I go on the front with my shotgun pointing under another tree. And I'm just like.
So the latest modifications that I've made to this have been adding a stock, a cheek riser, and a bag right here called Sling Steady. Now Sling Steady right here, I think this is really cool because this little gun is going to prove multiple purposes for me. I want to shoot it off of a bench, I want to shoot it prone, I want to take this thing out in the field, I want to dispatch critters with it, whether it be critters that I eat or critters that just need to be gone through and getting them out of here. But this Sling Steady right here is available in different lengths. This one right here is a 9-inch black. I've got a 7-inch sand here. And then there's also a smaller multicam bag that I had that is on a Y-sling adapter. That Y-sling adapter works out really good. Matter of fact, yesterday my buddy had a chassis that this thing clipped right in, and we were able to use it and shoot very accurately with it. So this Sling Steady right here is a really cool thing. So let me take a second to brag that my shirt matches my gun. The reason my shirt matches my gun is I've ordered this stock. This is the Titan 22 from Victor Company. Victor Company, I had recently became exposed to their products at GunCon. Went to Grinnell, Iowa at Brownells in GunCon at the end of June, and I saw the Victor Company products and I said, hey, I've got to try that. So this is this Titan 22 stock along with their grippy cheek rest. Now I will say that this grippy cheek rest, I am a man of facial hair, and I am super glad that this grippy doesn't grab and pull. So far I've not been able to rub it in there and get it to pull, so I'm liking that. But like I said, I'm using 2 of the 4 spacers in this. So far I am definitely liking where my cheek weld and my eye relief / lineup is. This is working out really good. So now, what I do have here is a Faxon billet receiver. This Faxon billet receiver, one thing I like about it is I like to run these big heavy optics on these little rimfire 22s. When I'm really trying to wring the accuracy out of them, I like to run something pretty high powered like a 24. Well, having all of this weight here with the factory receiver and screws and a rail will really strip them out. Matter of fact, that little brown one that I just showed you there at the beginning, the receiver screws are stripped out on it. It's just an irons only gun until I get another receiver. Well, this Faxon is 0 MOA, it's billet, but there's another one that's coming out, and it is a Summit Precision, the same people that made my barrel here. It is a Summit Precision with a 20 MOA cant in the rail, and I'm looking forward to that. Now right here I have got the Arken SH4. This thing right here is a 6x24 by 50. Yeah, 50. And I've got their caps on here. I'm using the Arken rings, and I have got their little bubble level. The bubble level here looks really cool, and then if you're using holdovers, it helps you maintain the fact that you're not canted, because if you're using holdovers and your rifle's canted, you're not going to hit where you think you're going to hit. So this is a really cool addition. I've added their throw lever to it. That right there makes it really nice to be able to throw that around and get that that magnification where you need it. Of course, they got their parallax right here on the side, and it has illumination for the reticle. I like it. We got very tactile clicks, and these knobs are huge. I'm not saying anything bad, but basically yesterday when I had attended a little range session, one of the guys had a little magnifier right here so he could see the numbers on the knobs. This one right here, they're so big and pronounced, you know that you're dialing up, dialing down, and etc. So next things I've got, if you're going to want to shoot very nicely, you need a good trigger. So I've got a Volquartsen trigger group, and then I've got their competition bolt. So I originally had this thing in a Magpul Hunter X22, and I was having a few issues with that mag, being able to get it to drop free and going back in. I'm not really understanding how or why, but before I reuse this, I am going to be looking at where the magazine and everything goes in there, the mag well, that way I can figure it out. But it just seems like instantly, once I swap to the Victor company, that mag issues seem to go away. So that was a positive note on that part. Now, the next thing, I've got a GSL Woodland. This GSL Woodland is a little rimfire suppressor. It's good for 17 HMR and 22 Magnum, so I'm looking forward to being able to be able to go into that new world there, suppressed 17 HMR and 22 Magnum.
It's pretty, but the real question is, how well does it shoot? Alright, so here we go. Now the first few rounds I'm going to be kind of forgiving on. You can see I did have one that went a little crazy. With rimfire, you've got to let that barrel kind of get a little bit of seasoning. Let the lube and lead start getting in there. So this one's a little crazy. This was the next group, and this was the next group of the SK. Now that's looking pretty good. But of course, freaking Lapua, the Center X, is freaking magic. That stuff works great in my Voodoo. Works great here. Now I do have a little bit of a correction to make. I do need to drop this down just a little bit, and then I am going to do my favorite thing, and I am going to plink on some shotgun shells. You see them right there? Ha ha ha. I love plinking shotgun shells. There we go. Pretty much dead center hits. Freaking love it. So right here is a screw. I'm curious how many rounds it's going to take me to pick off this screw. Picked off a wood screw at 50 yards. I'm cool with that. So I found a 45 AARP projectile laying on the ground. Let's see how many rounds it takes to knock it off.
So yes, we had a great deal of fun shooting this thing yesterday. I am very impressed with the amalgamation of parts that I have here, and I look forward to shooting this thing much more. So I hope you guys have had a great time looking at my new little 1022. I actually got a text message this morning from one of the buddies that was shooting it. He was like, man, thanks for bringing that thing out. That was fun. So it left a good impression. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next video. I love you.